guys, welcome to something a little bit different on Honest Reactions. This isn't actually a trailer. This is a full, 10-minute gameplay video for Total War Warhammer.
A dev.
Yeah,
dev diary type.
Right. And we were talking about doing this the other day when we did the Total War Warhammer trailer reaction.
And two people were like, hell yeah, you better do it.
So, for those two people, we're doing it. And cigarette burn.
Sega.
Welcome to our first demo walkthrough for Total War Warhammer. What you're about to see is a scripted version of the battle for Blackfire Pass, a set-piece quest battle between the Empire and the Greenskins. The game is very much a work in progress at this stage, but we hope you'll enjoy having a look at how it's all coming together.
Yeah, this pretty motherfucker's work in progress.
Now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite, for the Orcs gather. Beyond the pass, a war boss draws to him all that is foul. An Orc horde beyond imagining. As Sigmar fought, so shall we. We will become part of the legend. We will
all the individual soldiers are going through their own animations.
And only when this is done, when our nation has healed, shall I take up Galmaraz for Sigmar, for the Empire, for the Warhammer.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bar.
So that was Emperor Karl Franz giving his rousing pre-battle speech. He's one of the game's legendary lords, so he's a powerful general and a mighty warrior in his own right. Playing a campaign as the Empire, you'll unlock this particular quest battle as Karl Franz levels up. So the Empire's fielding a lot of artillery in this battle, but it's worth noting that you won't just be able to recruit all of this stuff right from the start of the game. There are quite a few late game units on show here today, and the same goes for spells as well. You'll see a lot of kind of late game, high level stuff.
Oh man, the Wyvern looks pretty.
Oh, the Wyvern, the Spider Walkers, the giant.
Now, as we approach the Greenskin line, you can see just how different these two races are. The armies from Warhammer Fantasy Battles give us so much diversity to work with. The playable races in the game are going to look and play really, really differently in both campaign and battle.
That spider's fucking creepy looking.
And looking out over Blackfire Pass for a second here, you can just see the kind of fantastical landscapes that we've never been able to do before in a Total War game. And this is just one geographical part of the old world. This is the Greenskin race leader Grimgor Ironhide. He's accompanied by the Immortals, his hard-as-nails band of Black Orc bodyguards. He's also brought an Orc Shaman into battle with him, so we'll see him throwing some spells around in a bit.
Giant's belly bounced a little bit when he was stepping. That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
So these snickering little goblins are manning the Doom Diver catapult. You can see a goblin fanatic there climbing into the mechanism eagerly with his homemade wings strapped to his arms.
I can't wait.
And as it fires, you can opt to take first-person control of the Doom Diver and pilot him to his doom.
Nice.
Now, it's a pretty wild ride, but once you get the hang of it, you can really get proficient.
That's gonna be fun as hell.
So that's another spellcaster right here. This is a Goblin Shaman. You can see him riding his wolf there. So he casts spells from the Little War magical lore.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
See, I'd expect it. Yeah, well, you kind of expect the cavalry to go deeper into that unit when it hit.
Yeah. Well, it could be because they're on wolves too. Wolves don't have that much mass behind them. We'll see if
Maybe, but the boars stop cold too.
well, it is pre-alpha.
So there's a bit of a flanking counterattack lining up here from the Empire. We've got some ranged cavalry up front there in the shape of outriders and pistoliers. Coming up behind them we have the noble Imperial Knights of the Reichsguard and a unit of Demigriff Knights. These are super heavy shock cavalry on vicious, monstrous mounts. Now they can withstand a real pounding, so they're really useful in longer melee engagements.
I really like how they did the
The
smoke
Goblin
trails
Shaman
for the
here
shooting.
just casts a spell called the Curse of the Bad Moon. Now it's a pretty powerful, impressive-looking
nice.
high-end spell, but it's
That
worth noting
one
that
unit
we don't
has
want magic
just
to be too
wiped
OP.
out
They just
We
got
need to
great
magic to
cavalry.
use in every battle that recharges over time according to various factors. But basically you're going to have to pick and choose just when to cast high-level spells like this.
Wow.
We don't want magic to totally dominate the game, it's more of a kind
if you're
of
the
useful
Empire
supporting
General,
tool.
that just got really fucking
So the
depressing.
demis are going in now, and you can see just the beautiful handcrafted animations at work here. I mean, you can see that throughout the battle. One thing that we're still working on is cavalry versus cavalry impacts, and in fact impacts across the board. So what we're aiming for is scenes like this
there
to be
it is
much
there.
more punchy with more physical hit reactions from the cavalry that strike. In short, we want to make a real kind of spectacle of these engagements.
Yeah, still, it is still pre-alpha, so I'm sure they're straightening that out.
So now these guys, I can see them causing cavalry to kind of stop a little bit.
What the
bike
boys?
So panning down the line here, you can see just how dynamic our infantry charges have become. You've got units leaping into the fray, defenders physically bracing for impact. You've got AoE attacks going off from large characters. That's Grimgor Ironhide there. Getting
Oh, did you see that guy hit,
magical axe.
hit that line and like the guys went flying back? I think it was the leader.
Yeah.
And in go the trolls at the end of the line here. Now, monstrous infantry like this have you know, lots and lots of hit points. They can mete out a ton of damage with their
Jesus.
attacks as well. And these
Oh,
guys
they're
are also, as you
pukey,
can
and they
see,
just
partial to
devastated
puking
the
acid
shit
fire
out of
all
the
over
bike
enemies.
unit.
Yeah, you better move those guys up. Check your range guys. Oh, it's a big fucking battle.
A bit of aerial combat going on here between Deathclaw and the Wyvern. Now, if you gain mastery of the skies in a battle like this, you can then use the maneuverability of your flying units to strike pretty much anywhere on the battlefield. As the Wyvern comes down here to attack these state troopers, you can see how each of these big monsters
There we go,
have
some
really
impact.
spectacular combat animations. It really brings them to life and gives them tons of character.
Oh, that was cool.
Now, these are two of the Empire's hero characters. This is the Warrior Priest, and just beyond him there, the Witch Hunter. Heroes are essentially agents, so they can roam the campaign map, perform a number of different functions, but they're also powerful solo warriors in their own right, and if you attach them to an army, they can then throw themselves into combat alongside the troops.
I wonder if having those attached to a unit gives that unit like a morale bonus or something.
I would guess. Probably like the generals.
Fucking hell.
It's a Tesla gun. And it fucked up that giant.
This is the Orc Shaman casting one of the spells from the Big War magical lore. So he's casting the Foot of Gork here, which is he's literally summoning the Orc
nice.
Gork to stamp his enemies into the dust, which is, as you can see, bad news for the Luminarch and the steam tank nearby.
Here comes the creeper. Oh, he stuck. Oh! He spit out the shield. That poor fucker right there, just completely oblivious. It's like Maybe if I don't look at it, it won't kill me.
Oh,
Tastes good.
nice.
Nope, don't taste good. Maybe this one will taste better. Let's see. No.
It's all those metal bits that you stick in your teeth.
Yeah.
And finally, the Empire's celestial wizard is summoning down the Comet of Cassadora.
With her. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, that was it?
So thanks for watching the demo, and this really just scratches the surface of the incredible Warhammer world we'll be asking you to conquer. To catch all the latest gameplay and feature reveals, subscribe to our YouTube.
God
Man.
damn.
Man, that looks cool.
This is going to be an expensive year for games. Fuck.
Yeah, it's the games and movies. I mean, we're looking at... There's just almost too much really good entertainment coming out the next few years.
Right. But even for pre-alpha, the animations look great. The character textures and shit look really nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming they're still working.
Magic was well represented without being overwhelming.
I don't know, some of them look kind of overwhelming.
Well, yeah, but the Foot of Gork only crushed one tank. The Bad Moon...
I thought it killed the Tesla gun, too.
No, I don't think so. It might have. We'd have to go back and check again. But the Bad Moon did wipe out most of cavalry unit. And I can only assume...
expensive to cast, though.
Yeah, well, and I can really only
Maybe a
assume that that comet did some pretty good fucking damage, which was what I was bummed about. I wanted to see the aftermath of that impact and see what it actually did.
Yeah, so you're probably going to want to sneak cavalry up behind enemy lines and see if you can take out mages as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that may even be what you want to send like certain specific units on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe send your Wyvern in to take out the Orky Shamans.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maybe get some
vice versa.
witch hunters or something.
Yeah. But a lot of great classic units were represented. They all looked good. Everything seemed very much flavorful to Warhammer.
I'm hoping for I can't wait to find out what other armies they're gonna have. Skavens and dwarves.
Well, I hope they have them all. I hope they don't do that weird thing where you get like 3 armies on either side and then everything else is DLC that you gotta pay extra for.
Yeah.
Because that will bum me out. But wait.
And even that wouldn't be that bad. To be honest, it wouldn't be that bad to have to spend an extra $5 to get the armies you want.
Yeah, if it's only $5.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it might be like.
Look, I want my dwarves and I want my Chaos Northmen, and I will be fucking happy.
I want green skins and Skavens.
Yeah,
And
I
dwarves.
can see that. Goblins would be fun too.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it looks excellent. I'm so bonerific for this.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't wait to get this game.
I just hope it comes out on something I can actually run it.
Right?
I hope they do like a PlayStation version of it or something.
Yeah, the tough thing for me is going to be deciding on whether I get a console version or I get the PC version. I'm kind of thinking...
Have they done it console for other Total War games?
I'm not
it's
sure.
all just been PC, hasn't it?
I'm not sure. I've only ever gotten them on the PC, so I've never really
I'm gonna have
looked
to
on
enjoy
consoles.
the glory on yours, I think.
Yeah, maybe. But we could also get those PCs that I'm bidding on, and maybe they'll be able to cope with it. I would hope.
Probably not. Probably not.
But either way, good stuff. Can't wait to see it. And we're going to get out of here, and we'll catch you guys next time.